in last session we put the validations on these country field. Okay, so if we personal details, I enter the correct personal details codes, then I select this. Then if I put the wrong nothing here, then something wrong here, then actually it should allow me to click here. Okay, actually it should allow me to click here. Again I refresh it. Okay, I select the course, then it will allow me. Now if I not select anything, it will saying that select country code. Okay, if I select, then it will allow collapse and expand. Okay, okay, so as of now we are here. Okay, so now I will check the mobile number validation. We validate the mobile number string, so using the jQuery. So how will validate the mobile number string? So I'll go into the code part. Before that, I'll just check that mobile number validations in jQuery. Okay, so validate 10-digit mobile number. As you know that we put the regular expression and all. So which one is this small code, and it will quickly validate the things. Okay, so I think this thing I just to copy this, and I will explain you. You know the how as you know, in earlier session we learned that what is the regular expression and why we use the regular expression and how it helps us to validate the things. Okay, so now I will move into the validate contact details. In a validate contact details, I will put here if country well already validated, then this is country element. Directly I have taken the element here. Earlier we have taken the value, but here I directly select the HTML element. Now what I'm doing here, if I put the here code here, now you can see this is the regular expression which is stored in the phone number variable, and it will match with the input value we pass. Okay, so what I do, what is the input value? This is my mobile, sorry, this is a mobile number HTML element. Okay, so I will say dot val. Okay, dot val dot match, and then I will pass the value. But what I need to say value, which one is this is the phone number validation. Okay, or we can directly put this also, this. Okay, I need to give it in string. Let me check whether it's work or not. Okay, and I will remove this section. Okay, I just to copy the things, and I'll say console if that one is a match, means let me check what logic applied here. If it's a match, return true, else alert message. Okay, means I will say here not equal to, means if this thing is matching, means my mobile number is correct, then I will apply the operator which is called not operator, means it will convert true to false. Okay, and if it's a false, means a wrong mobile number has been entered here. Okay, so I just to copy this thing. Okay, and what I'm doing now, I will put one label there. Okay, label after the this mobile number. Okay, so what I do, I just put here before that we just say alert and say here wrong wrong mobile number. Okay, so I save this and I check that whether this condition will work fine or not. Okay, go here, refresh it, refresh this. Okay, so I enter the correct details. Now I expand this, select this. Okay, here I enter some wrong number, so I press F12 and check the what is the issue. Okay, there are 6 issues highlighted here. I go in the code. Okay, mobile number eval, what is the error? mobile number if and not match, not a function. Match is not a function. Okay, maybe here while copying, there it was value was there. Okay, I just check the value. Okay, I refresh. Okay, again I put the details. I put here, select, and I found thing. Okay, again error message is there. Always keep watch on our console window. Console window gives us the error message. Again same line having error. What is the error? Match. Let me remove this string. Okay, save this. Again I will check. Okay, and I will enter something wrong with this. Okay, still there is error. Still this thing having uncaught error cannot read the match of undefined, means it's saying that match function is undefined. So what I need to do, again I will go in that code and check that input text dot value. Okay, I think input text mobile eval value match. Let me check this. Where I put it in one variable. Okay, I put the variables here. All variables are here in the sorry, validate contact details function. I put here. Okay, phone number. I say phone number here. Okay, phone number, then mobile number val. Or I think I'm a bit confused because we use the val here, not value. Okay, I just check that val will work, or I will, what I do, I will extract this value, this mobile number eval value. Okay, and we can create one variable where mobile number. Okay, and mobile number element dot val. Okay, it will use with the mobile number which entered, and here no need to put val now. I directly say match and do this operation here. Okay, now again I will go here, check that. Again I put the details here, fill the details, correct details, go here and select this wrong details. Okay, wrong mobile number. Okay, this is working fine. If I enter, see, we are not okay, I just put the 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, 5 digit wrong mobile number. It's working fine. It seems that it's now working fine. Okay, now I will enter correct number 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Okay, let me check. Okay, it's allowing, means it's working fine, means my validations are correct now. So what you need to do, you need to put the span in after mobile number element. This is HTML element, so how you can put after? All right, so here and validate is equal to false. You know why this validate contact variable we have taken in earlier sessions. I have explained that. Okay, so here country code label after and I select mobile number. Okay, after means mobile number. Here is the mobile number, and after means it will put the validation error here. In country code we put the validation error here. In this mobile number we put it here. Okay, so how we'll do that? So go here by, now we say after, and I'll say enter valid mobile number. Okay, I'm saying please enter valid mobile number and check how it's working or not. Okay, so again I put the details here. I click here, select the country and put wrong details. Okay, so now it's not working. Let's check the console. Any error? Console is not showing any error, but nothing is happening, means something wrong at some places there. Okay, let's save this. It seems that I will not save. Okay, I refresh it again. With validate contact details. Okay, now okay, still there is no message, error message is there. I just check in HTML here after input due field due, so input phone number. Okay, so I have selected this, and after that the message needs to be displayed here. Okay, and this is a due for this below due for current address, and this due is for our mobile number. Okay, and my message error message needs to be displayed here. Okay, I said after, but there is something wrong. Mobile number, see what wrong I did here. I'm just saying what I'm saying. I use the ID here. Actually I have captured the entire element, entire mobile number or phone number HTML in one variable. Okay, okay, earlier also we discussed on that. So what I need to do, I just need to say here like this. Okay, and it will work. So I use said ID over there, that's why it not this message was not appearing. Okay, I select this. Now I put the wrong details. See, enter valid mobile number, enter valid mobile number. If I enter the valid mobile number here, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, and I click here, ideally it should remove this message 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. I think one extra. Okay, so now it's working, right? So now it's working. Now I have entered 10 digit here. Now it's not appearing the message, and we remove our span here at the top. What we are saying, remove find span and break, and remove all the span and break. If I select this, then it will collapse. Okay, so like this way we put the validations on country as well as mobile number. Okay, if I put something wrong here, again it will use me the enter valid mobile number. Okay, so these validations are working fine. After that we will concentrate into the this section. Okay, credential section. We'll go into the credential section. I click on the credential section. Again, if you can see the spacing here, space between those two fields is not fine. It's not unique. Okay, it's not looking good. Okay, so what I need to do, I need to put this div, field div. On this div we have added the CSS, and that CSS is saying add the margin. Okay, so what we are doing now, okay, so I go here, and here we know that we have added field div. Okay, earlier session we discussed on that. So what I put the field div section, field div. I add it in a div to maintain the symmetry. Okay, in the credential field. So I go here, put here, this is for email address. I choose this email ID. Okay, after that next div is for, next field div is for password and confirm password. There are two divs I need to enter. So here, okay, here, then again I will enter this, and again close this div. Okay, now, okay, now it will maintain the symmetry. Okay, if we go here, so now it's maintain the symmetry. Okay, so now this time to put the validations on email validation. Okay, so how we can email needs to be entered, valid email needs to be entered, then this password and retype the password, both are matching. Okay, and after all the fields validations are correct, then only registration will become a green. Okay, as of now it's looking green. So what I do, I will make it a red. Okay, just I go in the CSS, and there is a separate CSS we have attached or bind to the registration button. I will say it to be red. Okay, I make it red. Okay, so if I go here, it will become a red. Okay, so based on that we understand that there is some validation issue, that's why this is in a red color. Okay, so when all these three section validations are correct, then it will become a green. So what do I do? I am in the credential section. Now again go in a custom JS. Okay, now this section is for personal details, this validation for contact details, and next is for uh, next section is for next function will for validate credential details. Okay, so for that I'll go at the top. Now here personal detail div click function we have added, same way we added here. This is for contact details. Okay, now same logic we need to put here. Okay, same logic we need to put here. Once, see what I do, contact head click count. Yesterday we discussed why we take this temporary variable. Okay, and same temporary variable I'm using here. I'll put it here, copy and paste. Okay, so I just to copy this and create separate one variable where. Okay, uh, contact. Now here I'm saying credential head click count. Initially we use the 0. Okay, so yesterday I discussed why we use the 0, because initially we click, if initially we click on this. Okay, initially we click, suddenly it will showing us the error message. Okay, that should not happen. Once first time it click, it should not validate this section. After I click that, then it will only display me the then only it will validate this section. Okay, so what I'm doing, I go down here, contact here, and here is the section. Okay, let's say plus plus. Now credential head click count plus plus. Okay, now here again I need to replace contact head. Which head is this? Credential head is there. Okay, credential details head is there. Okay, if you watch the earlier session or yesterday's session, then only you understand what I'm doing here. Okay, so here credential details head click function, then validate personal details, and here again credential details count. Let me do this again. Anywhere we use the count here. Okay, so now credential head click count greater than 0. The logic I have explained in a previous session. Uh, then first we check validate personal details. Validate personal details. Now I will go in validate personal details. Here I will say validate credential details. Validate credential details. Okay. So I will add new function here. Go down. Here I will say function. Okay. Now here is the function. Okay, validate credential detail function I have. Oh, sorry. Function. Okay. Now validate credential details, and we call this function. And now in this function, what we are doing? First thing, we need to remove the span. Those we are going to add when we validate the things. After that, what I need to validate here? After that, email ID. First thing, I need to add email ID, password, and so what I do, I will capture these three elements, HTML elements, in a variable. Okay, like this here. Okay, I copy this. I just do the copy paste. Okay, here. Now here the names are different. Our first variable is here. I'll say it here. Email HTML element. Okay, so that you understand very well. HTML element. And what is the ID here? I have earlier it was which field it was earlier? Country. That one was drop down. So here I directly go here and check that what is the credential email, and email name is the email. So here I need to say name email. You know why? Means here I directly capture the email HTML in one variable. Okay. Now the next field is password. Here PSW name is PSW. So I put here PSW and I will say here PSW HTML element. PSW HTML element. Okay, I give the with this name like this HTML for your for better understanding. After that, I'm going to say name is password repeat. Okay, repeat means recheck the password. I'm a bit confused because in this name hyphen is used, and type is, what is the type? Type is input. Input, all three fields having type input. So here also I will use the input. Okay, here also I will use the input, and I will say here repassword. Okay, here I will say re. Okay, particle case, re, R is small, P is capital, estimate H is capital, E is capital. Okay. Okay, so I have captured all these three elements here to validate the credential details. Okay. Now after that, first thing is what we need to do. We need to take one variable like validate contact. Okay. So here I will take one variable where where validate credential. Okay. And I will say
email type is also name input.
Sorry. Oh, sorry.
Email type.
Thanks. Okay, good. Now, well, see, I understand. Means if you understand the things, then you know what errors I'm doing. Okay, so validate credentials. Then I'll set true. Sorry, initially I'll set false. I'll just check. Initially it needs to be set true. Okay, I'm taking the reference of earlier sections. Okay, now I'm saying true. Now validate credential is true. Then first thing what we are going to do, we need to validate the email address. Okay, we need to validate the email address. So how will do the email validation? Go in the Google, say email validation in the jQuery using the regular expression. Okay, so I'll just check, taking a reference of a Google in blog. So always take reference. I just select the simple email validation string. 36 people in the favor of this. Okay, so what I do, pattern test. Okay, so I just take this pattern. Okay, I take this pattern. Okay, this pattern is a regular expression pattern. Okay, this pattern is a regular expression pattern, and we match that pattern. Okay, so here test. Okay, okay, there are many solutions are there, and we need to select anyone. I just check other also. Okay, I'm just checking is there any simple one is there or not. More simple one, email validation with a W3 school. Okay, so I check that one also. uh, see, the email validation is email. Okay, so I generally I trust on W3 school blogs, or okay, tutorial point is also good one. So I just select this. Okay, I know this is a regular expression. I just select this. Okay, two lines. Okay, go here and put it this. So you need to do the smart development. Okay, take the reference of on from Google and all, and implement the things. Okay, so here condition is there. See, email, I say here email and our email regex. So you understand that this is the email regular expression. So earlier case we are saying match. Here I am saying test. Okay, no problem, no problem. You can use anything, either, sorry, either match or test. It depends. Okay, dot. Okay, dot. Okay, dot. Okay, dot. Okay, dot. So I say while. Okay, so I'll say while. Okay, so if I enter the wrong, now you know that you know that, see, this is a regular expression. Okay, this is a regular expression, and it check that if this regular expression will check the email validation test, and we match with the value. What is the value I will enter in the that particular email field? And how we capture that email field? This is the, in this variable email HTML element, we capture the HTML element, and I'm saying dot value, what value I will enter in that. Okay, so moving ahead, I just give one alert to test the functionality. Alert. invalid. Okay, invalid email. So go back and check that, refresh it. So I directly go here. So it's initial stage only, it's saying invalid email because the counter is not applied there. That's why it's showing. So I will give the invalid email. Okay, put here and click here. Okay, it's saying invalid email. Okay, again invalid email. I just put the valid thing now. Now it's valid. Okay, it's not giving alert now, means my validations are perfect and working fine in this case. So the thing is that initially first stage, once I click here, it gives me the message initial first stage. It click means once everything will be the collapse. See, you are on a form, you fill these details, fill these details, you select this. Okay, now you click here, now you fill this, now you put the valid number 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Okay, now if you click, it will green. See, these details are also fine, green. Okay, now here see credential details is give me the invalid email, but even though I have not opened this section, but still it is giving me the error message. That's why what we did yesterday, so we created one counter section here, count. Okay, credential head click count, credential head click count. So it, if initial value is 0, credential head click count. Credential head means this credential head count. Okay, so means this count means initially I click on that, means first attempt I click, means first attempt I click, then don't do any kind of validation. First time I click on that, don't do any validation. So okay, so what I did, so here first I check the variable 0, means credential head click count is a 0, then don't do any validation here. Again I go in the credential head click count. So here we can see credential head click count, credential head click count initially 0. So here contact slide toggle. Okay, validation credential click, but initially click count is 0. Okay, the what it need to do, it just need to be expand. Okay, so which field it needs to be expand? Contact details. Here my section is credential details, it need to be expand credential details. It expand the credential details. After next time, see, once it will expand, see, initially, just to consider, initially here I credential details head count, I click on that. Okay, I click on that, but count is a 0, count is a 0, right? Am I right? Count is 0. Then what it will do, it will expand the section, credential details section, it will just expand it, and it will not go here because count is 0. This thing is false here. Okay, it will directly jump here. It will increment the credential count by 1, means in next attempt whenever I click again, at that time this thing will not, this condition will not execute. Okay, this condition will not execute, and it will directly come here and check that, here it will directly come here, it check that yes, it's a true because count is +1, and then it will enter here and do the validation. Okay, so here what we are doing, we are saying if it's a +1, then I will take one variable to capture my boolean value based on validation. Okay, validate contact. Here I need to say validate credential details. Okay, so my function is there. There is this function validate credential detail. Okay, I put that name here. Okay, I put that name here. See, and I will say credential validate. Okay, validate. Okay, credential validate. If true, then see, means what I do, I when when the count is greater than 0, means next attempt I click header, it check that. Okay, then it will go to the validate function, then it will goes down to the validate here. Okay, and then it will start validating, then it will remove the span and it will say alert invalid. Now here we are here, I save this and we check the functionality how it's work. Okay, at least now if I directly click here, see, let me check, save this, refresh it, I put the valid details here, again here, put here 1 2 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Now I click here. Still it's giving me the message that it should not give me the message that invalid email. So I will check that why it is giving me the message valid credential detail. Let me check. So actually there are many functions. I will put them in the create a section, code section. Code sections are there, so that I will do that. Let me check. Here we are, credential details, click, then here it will go and validate the things. Okay, so here if this check the condition. Okay, if let me check what logic I have used in contact section. Okay, validate personal details. Just condition. Okay, here what we are doing, once I click here, information. Okay, I need to remove this. I need to remove this. Okay, I remove this. Okay, now see. Now I remove this section. Huh? I remove this section because earlier we added it for toggling. Let me check. Here, so it's still here. Let me check. Ideally, it should not give the error, but it's still giving us the error. Once I click here, validate personal. Actually, this function validate personal detail, it will jump here. Then check that. Okay, here name. Sorry. I'm just checking. Validate credential details. It will jump down. Yes, and remove spam, validate credential proof, then email. You take the email and it's saying wrong email ID. If the counter is 1, sorry, I'll remove this. I'll remove this section. Okay, not required. This will not require. Enforce. Okay, okay. So, okay, okay. Yeah. Now, now if I enter here, here, and here, then it will expand this here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, it's expand. Then I collapse this. Now, this is still a radar. This we have not applied CSS for green. No problem. Enter. Now see. Now it's giving me error. This before. Now it's working fine. Now this right time to validate give the message here. So I go down here. So I copy this, put it here, and I will say email HTML, and I will say enter valid email ID. Okay. Now it will work fine. If I say enter valid email ID, then it will work fine. Enter here, then now if I go here, say if I put the wrong email ID, it say enter valid email ID, means it's working fine. Okay, so same way now we need to look into the password. Password needs to be match, means this password and this password, both password needs to be match. You need to give the message under both these password that please enter the or please match with the password and retype password. Okay, both the password needs to be matching with each other. So how, what we you will do, so earlier you have captured here, we just, what we need to do here, we just need to use the value, we just need to capture the, read the value from both of these, and if these values are not matching, in spite of saying here, because I'm not using this HTML element, or you can directly say here, if dot val, okay, not equal, and I'll say retype password will not be equal, okay, not equal, then val, and I will give the message here. Okay, so yeah, now what it will do, say, okay, so here I'm saying password enter matching password word with retype time password. Okay, so enter matching password with a retype password. Okay, now here I will say password with the password. Okay, now so repeat password use, or we repeat or retype, no problem. Okay, and here you need to say uh, validate, validate credentials is equal to false. Okay, false, and again here you need to say validate credentials, you know that why I'm using this validate credentials, and we say return. Okay, and I return. Okay, if all the validations are correct, means true will be returned. Okay, now check here, refresh. If I enter here, enter here, then contact section, if I click here, it will convert into green. Now it's not allowing me. Okay, let's check that. If this expand now, down to y to 1 2 3 1 2 3 4. Okay, now here you can see it will collapse, it will expand. Okay, you can enter the correct password here. Now I enter the wrong password, it 1 2 3 4 5, and here I will say 5 4 3 2 1. Okay, and if I click here, it says enter matching password with retype password. Okay, if I enter the matching digits 1 2 3, and here 1 2 3, and I click here, now it's collapsed. Oh, still it's saying retype password 1 2 3. Okay, 1 2 3. Actually it needs to be remove this messages here from here. Let me 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, okay, it's not working, so let me go and check that if we have added this remove span is there. So again, valid credential, I'll go up. So credential head click count, here you can see what we are expanding, we are expanding contact details. Okay, so I need to say here credential details. Okay, now it will credential click count, then again I will go and validate. Okay, so here I enter this. Okay, if I click here I enter the correct number 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 0. Okay, now I click here, I enter the correct password, and here 1 2 3 1 2 3, click here. Okay, now it's working. If I enter wrong, it gives a message. Again I will remove. It's working, right? But these messages are still there. I need to remove this span. Why this span is not are not getting removed? See, because I have say contact details. Okay, here I say contact details. I need to remove the span from this credential details. Okay, okay, now it's perfect and it's validate all these three sections. Okay, so post validation of all these three sections, now it will work. Okay, post validation of all these three sections, what we need to do, we need to convert the color register button color as a green. So what we do, so at the end, once you click here, you just need to check that, means all these very validate credential, means you need to check that this function needs to be true, return true, this function needs to be returned true, and this function needs to be returned true. Then only what we are going to do, we are going to view the pop-up message that saying form registered successfully. Okay, so how it will you do that? Okay, so all three functions are there. So what you need to do, on register, on this button click. So what is the, just to check the HTML, the button class is register button. So what I do, I just write one two line code here in a ready section below here. Okay, or here also. Okay, here I will put here. Okay, and so that is the class is already there, so I directly write this. Okay, dot and register button. Okay, sorry, now I'll say click function. Click. Okay, sorry, click. Now function is, and here I will set. Okay, so dot is there. So click function, register button once click. So what I need to do, if, now see what I know these three functions, validate personal detail. Okay, I will call this function. Okay, I know that this will return either true or false. Then again I will say and okay, again I will go down, validate contact details, and then last one is validate credential detail. Means all these three sections are valid. Then what we are going to do, you are going to give the message here. There's something wrong. Let me check. Okay, this here is there. Expression expected. Display, then this opening, where this matching, this matching. Okay, okay, and say here alert form submitted successful. Okay, okay, now because if condition is true, then only the next line will run. Okay, based on this. If there are multiple lines, then you need to do the curly braces, and then only you can write the code in curly braces. If there is only one line action is there after this if condition, you can directly write it below and it will execute based on the result of this if condition. Okay, so now I will put this, and once I click on that, it will say validate all these three sections, and then you will hear message. Okay, let me check how it will work. Okay, now I'll put this blank. Okay, and I'll enter wrong number here, or I enter the wrong, I mean credential details. I will put correct email ID here. Okay, 123. Okay, 123. Once I click here, okay, no error message, nothing. Sorry, here. Okay, it's doing post back. Wait, it is doing post back. It will refresh the page. because this button is ASP button, I need to say input type button here and register, and I will say input. Let me check whether page will get post back or not. Okay, okay. There is no post back. Okay, there is no post back. So register is outside. So I will say value here and register. Okay, to avoid post back of a page. Okay, so okay, again refresh now. Okay, this section, enter is going to credential. I put this, enter wrong details here. Again I go here, I collapse. It will not allow me to collapse now because wrong details. Again I will put here correct details, 123 123, and I say register. Again register, it's not allowing me because error message is there. So I will enter 123456789 all the details are correct. Now it will give me form submitted successfully. Okay, because all the validations are correct. But here one thing we need to keep in mind. So here once I click then it will become a green, once I click then it will become, once I click then it will become a green. Okay, and after all these sections are green, then it needs to be convert into the green. Okay, means when that action will perform, here once I click on credential details then it will become a green. As of now it's a red, but it should be become a green. Okay, it should be green. So what we need to do, if these are the uh, the what CSS we have applied for register button background color. Okay, so what you do here, you just need to say here, I copy this and put it in this condition. Now here multiple actions are there, so I need to do the curly braces here because I'm changing the background color. Okay, so now refresh. Okay, so if I enter correct details here, 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 and here, I collapse, expand collapse. Okay, now here enter correct details 1 2 3 4 5 0. Okay, now I collapse this, then here so see 1 2 3. Actually this color needs to be green, this contact data. I need to change the code for that. Okay, contact details I have entered correct. Here correct now all this thing. Once I click here, okay, form submit successfully. See color become green. Form submit successfully means I understand that my forms colors become green, means all the forms sections are correct and background color change to the green. But here in some cases there is some misalignment, it's not performing as expected. You just check that because there is a minor mistakes in this code. This minor mistake means some conditions means mistake there, means condition is become a true, that's why it's changed the green color, some places it display the red color. You check that things, okay, at your end check that thing and perform correct operation. So I hope you understand these things how to implement this. So here I just need to tell you one thing how we can add the section. So if I will put this in the section, what do go to the basic foundation. Just a minute. How to add section means it will collapse the section so that the code will be more difficult to read here. Means what happens if validation credential, it will be collapsed, it will be collapsed so that it is easy to you. And here is there is a plus sign, through that plus sign you will expand that particular section and write the code inside that. So I'll show that how we can do that. Okay, So we stop here. So like this way we implement the validation and our registration form completed, okay, with the proper validations. Okay, thank you. We stop here.